Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Chall, and today we are live for the first of two streams. You'll notice we haven't got the background in today. I just wanted to make sure it was running efficiently as possible. I wanted to make sure it was running as smooth as possible, so it isn't the usual setup today. But I mean, I might use that for the Carabao Cup, but I'm not too sure yet. But chances are it's probably going to stay like this. But let's go then. So two big things today. EFL fixture release day. It's happened. It's been happening for a couple of hours now, and we've got the Papa John's Trophy draw coming up in about half an hour. So if you are new around here, please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video or stream or anything like that. If you want to leave your super chats, then the button is down below. I'm going to invite some people on during this half an hour spell as well. We're also going to stay alive for a bit after the Papa John's Trophy draw. And we're going to then go live at 1:30 for the Carabao Cup draw. So we're going to stay live for about half an hour after the Papa John's Trophy draw, take a bit of an hour break, and then go into the Carabao Cup draw. But before we get into anything else, I'm going to put the StreamYard link in the chat so we can get some people backstage. So please go and check all of that out. I think I'll need to just sort something out here. Let me just sort this out. Yeah, it's live, so I think I just need to make my broadcast public. There we go. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, so you should be able to see me now anyway. If you haven't seen me before, you should be able to see me now. Right, StreamYard link is in the chat. Yeah, we can see it now. Come on, Rovers. Really want Man United under 21. Same. Here we go. Nice to see out of context in the building. Opinions on Bradford, not Mansfield MK back to back. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we needed something like that. I think with McCann back, I think with the signings we've made this summer, I think with the squad that we're building at the moment, I think we needed something like that. We needed a tough run to really test our mettle and our resolve, and this is the kind of run to do it. Bradford, they've still got a lot of great talent. I think that their summer business so far, I mean, apart from, don't get me wrong, Alex Patterson, great signing. Kevin McDonald, experienced. Oda, I'm not too sure on. Can't remember who else has signed. Ash Taylor has got experience, but again, is he going to make an impact in League Two? I'm not too sure yet. It's going to be a sort of wait till we see. But you know, I think apart from Patterson and maybe McDonald, I think Bradford's business so far has been a bit 50-50. Notts, fantastic. David McGoldrick coming into League Two after what he did in League One last year was fantastic business. Bringing down Crowley, who's got experience and can still go at higher levels, is just fantastic for them. Mansfield, they've made a couple of decent signings, but again, just need that little bit extra. MK, they've made some good signings. Cameron Norman's a great signing at right back. I think that bringing in two goalkeepers is good. McGilvray and then Harness is back up. So, I mean, there's 4 tough teams in there because Bradford still have good talent. So, you know, I'm not going to take any other game by surprise. So it's going to be interesting there. Hard games, definitely. Where can I watch the draw? So Sky Sports Football YouTube channel. The YouTube channel Sky Sports Football have got it on the on there as well. So you have to click the notification bell on that particular stream to get it. Birthday shout out for our context, Chall. Yeah, shout out to that page for 1 year. Wow. They've created some huge content in the past year, and they've just rocked it. Hi, Chall. Hello. Will there be any more signings? I would expect 1 or 2 more. I wouldn't expect a lot now from us. I think our business is pretty much done. Like I said, I would probably expect maybe another winger or a forward or a midfielder. I think 2 out of those 3, maybe. So glad we're not in League 2 this year. Hope we get you lot in the Carabao like we did last year. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, mate. It's going to be interesting. We've got Connor on the show. Connor, how you doing?
Yeah, Joe.
I'm not too bad, mate. Obviously, we're going to go through the fixtures. We've got some of the key fixtures going across your screen at the bottom. I mean, let's just talk about the key fixtures first of all. I mean, first home game, Harrogate. I mean, that's going to be a nice opening, a Yorkshire derby. First away game is going to be Newport. Get one of the far ones out the way. Boxing Day, we're away at Notts County. New Year's Day, we're hosting MK Dons. Final home game will be Barrow. Final away game, the last day of the season, will be Gillingham. I mean, what you kind of thinking? Obviously, we've had that back-to-back run as well with Bradford, MK, Mansfield, Notts. I mean, there's a tough run in there, but it sounds promising, doesn't it?
It does sound promising, obviously, with the signings we've made. Thinking with first game at season, we just run with the team, what we've got, and then for the next game, look where we need to improve in the positions.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I said earlier, I think I would only expect like 1 or 2 more signings now for the rest of the window. I think we'd be looking at anyone across the front three, and then a midfielder, maybe another centre back on loan, depending how Long's situation is and Faulkner's situation is, because there's potential plans to loan out both of them. So, I mean, whether another centre back is going to be the key here, depending how Long and Faulkner does in pre-season, I would rather keep Faulkner and loan out Long to the National League, and so it saves us bringing in another centre back. I would rather train up Faulkner and give him a chance.
Yeah, because even with Faulkner, even last season, yeah, he didn't have the best of season what he could have had, but even if you loan out Long, even if you loan him out to like League One, then he's got a chance to build himself back up and then come back into the team.
League One, I'd say, is a bit far. I'd say if we're going to loan Faulkner out, National League, or the top two or three in National League North. I'd say that kind of level. Same with Adam Long. Like I say, Adam Long, I think that National League's probably what we'd need to loan him out to. Obviously, there's a few people we're expecting to loan out. Ravenhill we're expecting to loan out when he's fit and ready. We've got Long and Faulkner on the list potentially. Goodman looks like he's going to get loaned out anyway. Kulea, De Grucci. So there's a few people that's going to get loaned out after pre-season. But I mean, where would you say we need to do our business now? Like, where would you say is our extra business that could be done? Like, are you expecting 1 or 2 loanees? Are you expecting a permanent and a loanee? I mean, what do you think we need to be looking at here?
Well, I think we might need another right back because we've got a few players who play right back, but
we've got Sterry, we've got Seaman.
Yeah, but I think if even Seaman gets injured during the season, you've really got no permanent someone to put there. So we'll get another right back. Because I've even been looking at Wrexham. Their right back is looking for a new club. So if we could take their right back, I can't remember his name, but I know he plays right back. I can't remember his name.
Was he in their squad last season, or is he on their release list, or is he retained?
I think he's on their release list. I haven't seen. I only looked a few weeks ago.
I'll just have a look. Right, in terms of right backs, Reece Hall-Johnson, is that who you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at this guy. I mean, he only made 2 appearances in the National League and 1 in the FA Cup, so I don't think he's had enough games to warrant a move to someone like Rovers, in my opinion. I think if we were looking at another right back, like you said, I would look for a young player that we can develop and we can build up to being a first team. So either a teenager or a very young player from the non-league pyramid, like what Gillingham did with I can't remember his name, but someone from the non-league pyramid that I thought was going to be would be a good sign for Rovers back in January. But Gillingham brought him in, and I think they're going to develop him. And like you look at some of the youngsters from the Premier League academies that were released, like Alex Gibson-Hammond. For me, that's one of the biggest wastes of talent in terms of releasing talent at Nottingham Forest. I think they should have kept him and tried building him up because I think he had potential. Or maybe it's a case of we loan in someone to compete with Sterry and Seaman covers both sides. Because obviously you've got Maxwell, you've got Senior on the left, you've got Sterry on the right with Seaman, and Seaman can cover both sides. So I don't know, maybe bring in a loanee instead, but yeah. But we are going to go through the fixtures. I don't want to leave it too long because it's already 10 past already. So we want to make sure we're on time for the Papa John's Trophy draw. Connor, stay with me, please, because we'll go through all of them. Out of context, love out like that, me. I love it. Jason, hi, mate. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Really want Leeds United away in the Carabao Cup. A proper game and a hard test for Grant if he does get the game. Fair enough. And Leeds still haven't sorted out their manager. I think it's a 50, from what I've heard from journalists, it's a 50-50 at the moment between Farke and Vieira. But some of the Leeds representatives from the club are leaning towards Daniel Farke. So it's going to be interesting. All right, Chall, lad, first away day for me will be Wrexham. I'll see you at the racecourse. Where do you think we will finish? Now, I've seen a lot of rivals, well, some rival fans thinking. I think a lot of people, even fans of rivals, have said that we're going to be top 7. I would love us to push for top 3, but I'm going to stick to top 7 for now, just because I want to play it safe. Because we can't. The thing is, as Rovers fans, and I think we were guilty of this last year. I was guilty of this last year. We can just go out all guns blazing and say we're going to walk this league, we're going to walk this, and that. Yes, people can have a joke about it and say, yeah, we're going to walk this and have a laugh about it. But in all seriousness, we have to remember League Two's the tightest league it has been in ages. So we have to be careful of that, in my opinion. We have to be more than careful of that. So I'm going to stick to top 7 for now. Luke Molyneux is going to be world-class player under McCann. I think Molyneux is definitely going to improve. We just got Anthony quickly before we get into the fixtures. Anthony, how are you? Anthony, you all right?
Yeah, good, mate. Cheers. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Bradford, Notts, Mansfield, MK.
Yeah, mate. Sam, can you hear
me? Back to back. What we thinking? I think his connection's going. Is your connection going?
Can you still hear me, Chall?
Yeah. So Bradford, Mansfield, Notts, MK back to back. Tough run, but do you think we needed something like that to really test our resolve this year?
I'm going to shoot off there, mate.
All right, see you later, mate. All right, so the connection didn't work. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go into the fixtures before we go more off track, and we will talk about this afterwards as well. Obviously, Connor can stay with me, and then we'll go through the comments during this. So we put this on screen now, so you can follow it on the screen. If you can't read the small handwriting, I'm going to go through it month by month. So here is your official League Two fixture list for the season. So. On August the 5th, we start off at home against Harrogate. On Saturday the 12th, we are away at Newport on the first away game of the season. Then we host Mansfield on the Tuesday night on the 15th. Then the 19th, we host Notts County. And on the 26th, we're away at MK Dons the following Saturday. In September, on the 2nd, on the Saturday, we host Swindon. On the 9th, on the Saturday, we are away at Wrexham for the first time in ages. On the 16th, on the Saturday, we are away for the first time in Football League history at Forest Green Rovers. It's the first time we've faced them in an EFL League fixture in our history, and we're away on the 16th on the Saturday. On the 23rd of September, we host Gillingham on the Saturday, and on the 30th, we travel to Barrow. Thank God that is not a Tuesday night game. In October, on the Tuesday, we host Crawley on the 3rd. On the 7th, on the Saturday, we're away at Stockport. On the 14th, we are hosting Sutton on the Saturday. On the 21st, we are away at Tranmere Rovers on the Saturday. On the Tuesday of the next week, we host Salford before hosting Grimsby on that Saturday on the 28th. In November, we're away at AFC Wimbledon on Remembrance Day. Now, Remembrance Day is a personal touch for me because I know me and a lot of other people have been touched by war or connected by war or the past about war, like the world wars and the history, etc. So Remembrance Day is always a personal occasion for me. So that one's going to be a very personal game for me. Remembering people that were involved in the war and it's going to be a very personal connection, that particular match. So I'm going to be a different type of emotional on that day. On the 18th, on the Saturday, we host Walsall. On the 25th, we're away at Crewe. On the 28th, on the Tuesday, we host Colchester. On the 9th of December, we are away at Accrington Stanley. Who are they exactly? On the 16th, we host Morecambe for the first time in a few years. On the 23rd, we host Bradford. Interesting there. On Boxing Day, we travel away to Notts County for the first time in a few years. On the 29th of December, we are away on the Friday at Mansfield. So we've got a Saturday, a Tuesday, a Friday, then a Monday on New Year's Day, hosting MK Dons. And then on the Saturday, we're away at Harrogate on the 6th of January. On the 13th of January, we host Newport. On the 20th, we're away at Bradford. On the 27th, we're hosting Stockport. In February, we're away at Sutton on the Saturday on the 3rd. On the 10th, we host Tranmere Rovers. We are away on the Tuesday, the 13th of February against Salford before going away to Grimsby on the Saturday. So I swear that's the first time in my lifetime I've seen Salford and Grimsby together on a Tuesday and Saturday, both home and away. I don't think that's ever happened before. On the 24th, we host AFC Wimbledon on the Saturday. Into March, on the 2nd, we're away at Walsall, where we ended last season's dreadful season. Then on the Saturday, the March 9th, we host Crewe. On the 12th, on the Tuesday, we're away at Colchester. And on the Saturday, the 16th of March, we're away at Swindon. I have vivid memories of that one. On the 23rd, we host Forest Green Rovers. Then on the 29th, on the Friday, we're away at Crawley. On Monday, April 1st, we host Wrexham. On the April 6th, we're away at Morecambe. On the 13th, we host Accrington Stanley. On the 20th is our final home game against Barrow. And on the 27th of April, on the Saturday, we are away on our final game of the season against Gillingham. So some big fixtures there. Sorry, lads, bad connection. Don't worry about it. And Anthony, just keep commenting when you can. Mansfield and Notts near enough straight away, away of the season. Got to love it. And yeah, like I said, Salford and Grimsby, Tuesday and Saturday, home and away together, side by side for the first time in ever, I think. So Connor, obviously we picked out some of the key games. I'm going to just pin the StreamYard link at the top of the chat, by the way, so we don't forget. But yeah. So we've got the what you call it? Some of the key games there, like the Boxing Day, etc. But what other games do you pick out? I mean, Wrexham away obviously stands out for so many
Wrexham
reasons.
away will be hard because Ben Foster has signed a new contract.
Yeah,
for Wrexham.
Ironside's going to have to be on his game for that one.
Yeah, and also for Forest Green Rovers, it might be happening. Charlie Savage might be signing for Forest Green Rovers.
Well, permanently. Oh yeah, because he's been released by United, hasn't he?
Yeah, because Charlie Savage did score his first ever senior goal for Forest Green Rovers.
I swear he got released by United as well. It was either Savage or it was Wellens.
I think it was Savage who got released.
I will just double check that because I've just got it up here actually. Oh no, he's a returnee. Okay, so hang on, Richie Wellens' son, Charlie Wellens. Let's check with him. I'm literally doing this right on the door now. So it's Charlie Wellens. It's Charlie Wellens that's going to leave. So Charlie Wellens is leaving. Charlie Savage is staying for at least another year or two, I think.
I don't think Savage will want to stay because that he scored his first senior goal with Forest Green Rovers. Looking at him, I think he might want to move to Forest Green because he'll get more game time.
I'm going to say, I think he'll look for another loan spell, maybe. I think he might get another loan spell at Forest Green. It depends, because Forest Green... no, not Forest Green, sorry. I think Tranmere's brought Hendry over from Forest Green, so they've lost a midfielder, actually. So, I don't know. I think Forest Green... when I look at Forest Green's transfer business, I swear they brought in a midfielder not too long ago. I will just double check that, actually.
Because even for Wrexham, when Ben Foster comes to Rovers, it'll be his first ever game in Doncaster.
I was going to say, yeah, it is.
His first ever game in Doncaster, so...
Yeah. Wow. I actually went to Wrexham's last game of the season. Yeah. All right.
Against Notts County.
Nice.
Even got up to meet up with Ben Foster, and I said to him, next season when you come to Rovers, what do you think would happen? He went, you never know, 'cause it's my first ever game at Rovers. He even said he even respects the Rovers players. Grant McCann, he respects.
Nice. So Forest Green at the moment. So Regan Hendry's gone to Tranmere. Cargill's gone to Mansfield. That's a decent signing. Stevenson's gone to Portsmouth, which I think is a good signing for Pompey. They've only brought in one player at the moment, and that's Ryan Innes. So in terms of midfielders, they've got Reece Brown, Harvey Bunker back from his loan spell, David Davis, Armani Little, and Charlie McCann. They've only got 5 midfielders at the moment, so it's going to be it's going to be definitely very interesting indeed. I mean, they've got some.
Or even if Charlie Savage is looking for a new team, I think Rovers should look into him and try and get him on a loan spell first, see what he's like, and then probably sign him.
You know what? I don't think Savage is the right type of midfielder for what we need. I think we need to be looking at a creative midfielder. So, I mean, obviously, you guys know I did the video of what Rovers done in the transfer window. I will just bring my midfielders up. But I did say one of 3 out of Andre Brooks, Nico O'Reilly, and Alex Patterson. Patterson's gone to Bradford, so that's out of the window. So you'd be looking at a loanee at this point. And I said Andre Brooks. I think the thing is, in terms of midfielders, I think Savage is very much a holding midfielder, and I think Savage can do the creative work, but I think he's very much the center of the park. I think we need to be looking for a creative midfielder or an advanced midfielder. And I think that Brooks on the left-hand side or Nico O'Reilly in the number 10 position would provide better attacking output at this moment in time than Charlie Savage. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, if he fits a certain mold that McCann wants in the centre of midfield a bit deeper, then I think that's the guy you could go for. But in terms of advanced midfielders, I think Brooks, I think O'Reilly, I think if Bradford didn't get him, Alex Patterson would have been good. But obviously he's gone to Bradford on a 3-year deal now, so good luck to him. I think that's probably Bradford's best signing so far. I think out of the signings they've made, out of Oda, Taylor, McDonald, and now obviously with Patterson, I think Patterson's the best signing. I think Oda sort of started me a little worried about Bradford's window so far. I think that was the kind of start of the worry. Ash Taylor's experienced, but in terms of EFL knowledge, I'm not too sure much about his EFL knowledge. I think he's experienced, but I think he's quite slow at the back, so I think he could slow the pace down, which could suit Bradford a lot more. McDonald's experience, the slow midfielder. Patterson's the better of the signings, in my opinion, so far. But I mean, it's going to be It's going to be interesting. But like I said, I would rather go for O'Reilly or Brooks, really test the water with Sheffield or City.
Yeah.
Donny will sell out Wrexham away. I think they probably will. Will more people come to games now that Grant McCann's come back? Mate, season ticket sales have gone past 5,000 already.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been mental.
I've roughly looked. It's like I think it's like 5,100.
Yeah. What? What?
5,100.
That's pretty good. And to say that John Ryan's target was 6,000 is pretty good. Pretty good. And to be fair, even that first home game against Harrogate, I expect a lot of people there. Even I don't know how many are going to turn up from Harrogate's point of view, but I know a lot of fans will probably turn up for the first game of the season.
But I think for most people will want to go to all seasons, but they might not. But that we've got now, last season, for season tickets now, they actually take your picture and they put it on your card, so they can tell you're using it.
Yeah, I've got to go and collect my season ticket at some point in the next month, but I don't know when they'll be available to collect. The club will probably email us anyway. But guys, please leave your predictions for our season in the comments down below. If you're a fan of another club, leave your prediction down below. We are getting ready for this Papa John's Trophy draw. Connor, I don't know if you want to stay backstage until after the draw or you want to head off after in a few minutes, but just so I want to focus on the draw in a few minutes and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So I can't hear you much because of your mic.
There's one team for the Papa John's Trophy I'm hoping to get, but I don't think we will.
What's that?
Out of the most teams, I do want to get Bolton. I want to get Bolton Wanderers and go to the Macron.
What, for the Carabao Cup?
Yeah. Go away to Bolton.
Okay. I mean, I would much prefer an easier draw just because I would like to progress further in the competition than last year. If we can go past round one in all the competitions this year, that's progress. So I would rather go past round one.
FA Cup, I think all Rovers fans might agree, we do not want Kings Lynn.
No, we do not want Kings Lynn. Mate, but to be fair, Kings Lynn are looking a little bit weaker. They've got rid of their star man, that Goldo Mateo striker. He's gone to Filed. So I think there's going to be a few giant killers in the FA Cup this year, but I think Kings Lynn might struggle this year. I'll be honest with you. I think they've lost some of their talent. I don't know much about their signings. I mean, I'll have a look at it quickly before we start the draw, but
For Rovers, for FA Cup, I'm saying we'll probably get to the 4th round. Better than last season.
I'm gonna put my prediction or my expectation is round 3. Depending on the draw, I'd say round 3 is the expectation.
Yeah.
Or I'd be more understanding of round 2. Again, depending on the draw. But if we can get to round 3 in the FA Cup, if we can get to round 2 and 3 in the Carabao, and if we can get to the knockout stage of the Papa John's, then that would be considered a successful cup competition. But I would like to go further and try and be that giant killer this year. I'd like us to be one of the giant killers this year.
Yeah, but another good team to have in Papa John's Trophy would be Barnsley.
Thing is, with the Papa John's, Barnsley's in a different group. So for those of you who don't know, we've got Burton Albion, we've got Mansfield Town in our group, and then we're going to get an under-21s team. If you mean the knockout stage of the Papa John's, then I'd like Barnsley to really give us a test. But I mean, to be fair, Barnsley depends how they go because they need to be looking for a new manager with Michael Duff looking likely to replace Russell Martin at Swansea. So. I mean, for those of you who don't know, obviously Russell Martin's been confirmed as the new Southampton manager. It's looking increasingly likely or all but confirmed from what I've heard that Michael Duff's going to be the new Swansea manager or head coach. And then Barnes is going to be looking for a new head coach now. So, the managerial domino effect really is going into effect this year. Right, the draw's about to start, Connor. So I will put you backstage if you want to stay in that, and then we'll bring you back on for afterwards.
Yep.
Brilliant, mate. I'll see you in bit. Thank you very much. Just stay backstage for me, or you can just log back in through the link at the top of the chat. But guys, leave your predictions for this Papa John's Trophy down below. Thoughts on the new season, mate? Thought the first 2 months would be difficult. Yeah, I think there's some difficult ties in the first 2 months. I think there's some difficult ones in there, definitely. But listen, if we keep our resolve, we keep on top of it, then we'll be all right. Do a Sutton United for the Papa John's Group Cup, get to the final, and get battered. I do not want that. I do not want to go to Wembley to see us battered. I'm used to seeing us winning at Wembley. I'm used to seeing us win. But there we go. I mean, look at it this way: first trip to the new Wembley in 08, and we beat Leeds in the final of the playoffs to get to Championship. So I'd rather see us win at Wembley than lose. But it's a lesson that needs to be taught at some point. But yes, we are waiting for this EFL Trophy coverage to start. At the moment, we're just waiting for Sky Sports to start streaming. And then we can get the draw started. We do obviously have, I mean, to be fair, I might end up just watching it on my phone just so I can get the graphics running. I'm going to keep an eye on it just for extra. But there we go. But yes, let's get the draw up. There we go. And then I've got my Papa John's Trophy draw banner ready. So these are the groups currently, just before we start. So Group A in the Northern, got Barrow, Blackpool, Morecambe. Group B, Crewe, Port Vale and Wrexham. Group C, we've got Accrington Stanley, Carlisle United and Harrogate Town. In Group D, we've got Fleetwood Town, we've got Tranmere Rovers, and we also have the recently relegated Wigan Athletic. In Group E, we've got Bolton Wanderers, Salford City, and Stockport County. Of course, they missed out through the playoff final to Carlisle United. Group F, we've got Barnsley, Bradford City, and Grimsby Town. In Group G, we've got Derby County, Lincoln City, and Notts County. So Lincoln and Barnsley separated in this particular year from our group. In Group H, the final group, we've got Burton Albion, Doncaster Rovers, the mighty Drfc, and Mansfield Town. In the southern section, Group A, this draw's taking a while, which is kind of good, so I want to get through these groups. Group A in the southern section, Forest Green Rovers, Shrewsbury Town, who are still looking for a new manager after a rejection by the Celtic coach Gavin Strachan, and Walsall under Matt Sadlier. Group B, Charlton Athletic, Crawley Town under a bit of a problem right now, ownership-wise, and Sutton United. Group C, AFC Wimbledon, Stevenage, and Wycombe Wanderers. Congratulations to Stevenage. Matt Farley, big up to yourself for League One football this year. Group D, Cambridge United, Colchester United, and Peterborough United. The three Uniteds. United we stand. Group E, Gillingham, Leyden Orient, and Portsmouth. Congratulations to Richie Wellins for promotion, and good luck to the former Burton defender Musinho for his Portsmouth team. Group F, MK Dons, Northampton Town, and Oxford United. And Group G, Exeter City, Reading, and Swindon Town. Of course, Reading about to appoint Ruben Sellers as head coach. And Group H, Bristol Rovers, Cheltenham Town, and Newport County. So we're going to put the league fixtures back up while the banners get edited. Group F looks like the best group about any other. Bradford, Barnsley, and Grimsby, all a derby group with big names. Absolutely. But yes, we're going to stay tuned to all this. They've got Danny Cowley in the studio. So we are going to have our editing pen ready for these teams that are going to get drawn out. I mean, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? This is definitely going to be an interesting draw. Like I said, we're going to stay online for about half an hour after the draw. Give ourselves an hour break and get something to eat, and then we'll be back online at 1:30. So about an hour and a half for the Carabao Cup draw. We'll do a quick reminder of the Papa John's Trophy draw. We'll do a quick reminder of some of the key league fixtures. I'm not going to go through the entire league schedule again. But we're going to give a quick reminder of the other two before we start the Carabao Cup draw. We'll also do we'll do a longer call in after the Carabao Cup draw. We'll do a longer sort of post show kind of thing. I will try and do a Twitter space at some point this afternoon or this evening as well. I might not, maybe not. But yeah, we are going to be live for quite a while after the Carabao Cup draw, so stay tuned for all of that. I do have my bottle ready, M for amazing, which is short for amazing, which is what I hope Rovers will be this year. But yes, I got my editing pen ready. We've got the draw right in front of me, so we are ready to kick it off. But there we go. Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's talk a little bit about our group opponents, Burton and Mansfield. Obviously, Burton have made some great signings recently. Josh Gordon, Cole Stockton, Dino Mamrie is really building his side together. Obviously, the EFL Trophy usually starts some of the young players as well. So they've got some good youth players. So, it'd be interesting to see how they end up. And then Mansfield as well. Mansfield Town, we owe you one for last year in the league. But there we go. But it looks like they're going to start the draw soon enough. Oh, I really, really hope we get a good academy down. I would like Man City. I would personally like Man City. I forgot that Garnacho could play in this cup. Oh, can he? Oh, God, he can. Oh, holy balls, he can. Scratch that. I want United. I want City or United. I'd like either of the two Manchesters. I mean, to be fair, in fact, I won't bring it up on screen to show you guys, but what I'll do is I will get it up for me to read. So we've got a potential 1 of 8. Everton, Liverpool, Leicester, the two Manchesters, Newcastle, Forest, or Wolves. That's who we could get. Out of those, if I was to pick a top 3, either of the two Manchesters or Liverpool. Now, we know we can't go away to the under-21s teams. We know we can't go away to them because that's the rule. We can only go away to either Burton or Mansfield. So I would I said it on the WhatsApp chat for the lower league look, and these guys, and anyone from the lower league look group chat that's watching this or commenting, or if the Triple L himself is watching this, he'll vouch for me. I said it in the chat. From a new ground point of view, I would say Burton away. From a travel point of view, and for an we owe you one at your ground point of view, I would say Mansfield. Always forget how first round of Carabao works. Is all championship in it? I believe so. I think it's I believe so. As far as I'm aware, yes. I think it's Championship League 1 and League 2. I think Leeds are definitely in the first round and Stoke are in the first round this year. Now League 1 and Championship. League 2 as well, but yeah. But yes, and then for the Southern section, for those of you who are Southern fans, you've got Arsenal, Villa, Brighton, Chelsea, Palace, Fulham, Tottenham, West Ham. Those are the 8 that you could get in the Southern section of this draw. So just a little reminder for those of you who are Southern club fans. But the draw is set to get underway. Let's moving on up. Oh, by the way, I had a very important interview a couple of days ago, and I got a new job. I'm leaving Flip Out, which, I am sad to leave that place, but I weren't getting enough hours, unfortunately, which is a shame, but there we go. But yeah, I've got a new job. I'm going to be ride host at Gulliver's, so I'm looking forward to that. So if you're at Gulliver's in Rother Valley, then do see me at some point. Group G, Derby, Lincoln, and Notts County. And they have got number 8, which is Wolves under 21s. H. Oh my God, it's us. Already, it's us. Holy balls. Right. Please be someone good. Who have we got? Everton. Okay. They've got some good youngsters. They've got some decent youngsters. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Group A, Barrow, Blackpool, Morecambe, and Liverpool. Okay. Literally, I'm having to copy this and do it on separate banners because there's not enough text for the other one. But there we go. Accrington, Carlisle, and Harrogate. And they've got Forest. They've got Forest. Crewe, Port Vale, and Wrexham. And they've got Newcastle. Okay. They've got Newcastle. Bolton, Salford, and Stockport have got United. Of course they have. But there we go. That's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Fleetwood, Tranmere, and Wigan. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm having to do this in like record time. Fleetwood, Tranmere, and Wigan have got Leicester. Interesting. See how they do against some of their younger players. Group F. Barnsley, Bradford, and Grimsby. Who have they got? They've got number 4, which is the City lot, which is who I personally wanted, along with United. But there we go. So there we go. So Barrow, Blackpool, Morecambe, and Liverpool under 21s. Group B, Crewe, Port Vale, Wrexham, and Newcastle under 21s. Group C, Accrington, Carlisle, Harrogate, and Forest under 21s. Group D, Fleetwood, Tranmere, Wigan, and Leicester under 21s. Bolton, Salford, Stockport, and United under 21s. Barnsley, Bradford, Grimsby, and City under 21s. Derby, Lincoln, Notts, and Wolves under 21s. And Burton, Donny, Mansfield, and Everton under 21s. So we're about to draw the Southern group. And we start off with Wimbledon, Stevenage, and Wickham. Let's see who's coming down to their grounds this year. They got number 5, which is Crystal Palace Academy. There's some good players in there. If Raksaki doesn't get sold, then obviously he'll be a part of that. Exeter, Reading, and Swindon next. Of course, Reading just came down to League 2. It's League 1, sorry. Swindon are in League 2 with Michael Flynn. Exeter in League 1, just signed Vincent Harper of Eastleigh. And they've got the Arsenal Academy coming down. So the likes of Mika Beirith. Obviously not Matt Smith because he's left. Group D, Cambridge, Colchester, and Peterborough. Some good teams in there. Fergie wants to have another shot at promotion. Cambridge will want to improve. Colchester will want to improve. And they've got Spurs under 21. Spurs going through a bit of a tough patch at the moment with the senior team, signing a goalkeeper that don't fit the system for half the price of Raya. They've got a good manager, but we'll see what happens. Group B, Charlton, Crawley, and Sutton United. Who are they bringing down? Or Sutton under Matt Gray, Charlton Dean Holden, Crawley under Scott Lindsay. They've got Villas under 21s. Interesting there. Next up, we've got Group A, Forest Green, Rovers, Shrewsbury Town, and Walsall. Who will be coming down? Number 3, which is Brighton under 21s. That's a decent draw there. Number F, letter F. MK Dons, Northampton, and Oxford. And they are bringing in number 4, which is Chelsea's under 21s. So if my maths is correct, we've got 2 groups left. It's Group E next. So Gillingham, Orient, and Pompey. And they'll be taking on number 6, which is Fulham's under 21s. So that should leave, if my maths is correct, Bristol Rovers, Cheltenham Town, Newport County, and West Ham's under 21s, as far as I know. Yeah, I'm correct. Number 8, West Ham under 21. So we are going to put the full groups up on the screen. I will just make these alterations, do this and this. Guys, what do you guys think about the draw? Comment down below. I will read all your comments now because the draw has finished pretty much. Obviously, we've got Connor backstage, so I'll get his reaction to the other groups as well as our own. West Ham United under 21. So there's the Southern group on your screen just while we edit the Northern group. United, Forest, Leicester City, Man United, yeah, Man City, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and then we've got Everton. So there's Southern group going across your screen. We'll let that go until the end, and then we'll bring up the Northern one. But Connor is back here again. We've got Everton. Can you hear me? There we go. Yeah, we've got Everton. Thoughts on that, mate?
Going to be tough against Everton under 21s because they did have a good season last. But I think we've got, obviously with the youth players we've got in, I think we'll have a chance to get past the group stage this time.
I would say so. I mean, looking at some of these Everton players, we've got Tyra, unless he goes out on loan again in goal, it was a great shot stopper for Chester last year in the National League North. They brought in Astley from Accrington this time last year. They brought Lewis Gibson back from Astley from his loan spell at Accrington. Sorry, they brought Gibson from his loan spell at Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
They got Warrington, unless he goes out on loan again. I think he could be a good player. Obviously they've released Iverson. They've got Isaac Price back. I think he's going. They got Dobbin back from Derby. They got Cannon back from Preston, but I'd expect him to go out on loan again. In terms of players that are currently listed still out on loan, there's none of them. So I mean, there's a few good youngsters in there. I think Stanley Mills could be a good player as well. So we've got Burton, Mansfield, and Everton. So I think, on paper, I'd like to see us get out of the group now. I think looking at some of the other ones, I mean, we'll bring up the Northern section. I mean, Barrow, Blackpool, Morecambe, Liverpool, Crewe, Port Vale, Wrexham, Newcastle. Group C, Accrington, Stanley, Carlisle United, Harrogate Town, and Nottingham Forest. Obviously, in terms of the rest of them, Group D, we've got Fleetwood Town, Tranmere Rovers, Wigan Athletic, and they've got Leicester. I personally wanted one of the two Manchesters, but I mean, when you see some of the other groups, do you think that there's some decent ones in there, some decent groups in there? I think Bradford's group looks the group of death.
Yeah, that is the main one.
Yeah, I mean, City's academy with Barnsley, Bradford, and Grimsby. You've got three teams there who've got derbies, like Yorkshire, Lincolnshire derbies, and then you've got City's academy thrown into it. That's the group of death.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's going to be a difficult one indeed. Obviously, like I said, we've got Everton, so the fixtures will be decided. Obviously, if you don't know much about the fixtures, I do have the dates itself written down. We don't know who we're playing on certain days, but we do have the fixtures written down. So the 5th/6th of September is a Papa John's Trophy group match. Well, that's the first one basically. So the first one is the 5th/6th of September. So that'll be only a couple of days after the Swindon home match, and only 3 or 4 days before the Wrexham away game. So that's sandwiched in. So the first one in between Swindon at home and Wrexham away. That's going to be. I mean, there's going to be some filler players. I think some players that don't start week in week out, like Long, Faulkner. I think players like Goodman could get a shot if he's not loaned out by that point. I think Jones could get a shot in goal to save Lawler for Wrexham. I mean, there's some players that are going to get a shot in these games.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. But yeah, so we are approaching the hour mark in just a few minutes' time. We're probably going to leave it there and go online back at 1:30 for the Carabao Cup draw. Connor, thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, Chall, I might not see you during the season sometimes.
How come?
I've just been given an email. I've just passed my level 2 refereeing course. So
nice.
now I'll be referee. Now I'll be getting sent all over. I could be sent Barnsley, Bradford.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is Football League like level 2?
No, you can. It's like level 2 for. Basically, you can be like when Bentley played at Eco Power Stadium.
Yeah.
You can be sent to FA Cup. You can send big games like that, like at the end of their season, refereeing at Eco Power Stadium. You can be sent all over.
Nice, that's pretty good.
So now I'm refereeing Sunday leagues for Armthorpe, and I'm refereeing Saturday leagues.
Couldn't be happier, mate. Honestly, massive congratulations. We will try and get you on some of the live streams if I do any during the season. But like I said, any games that you do get to, then we'll try and get you in. But yeah, man, mate, fair play to you. That's brilliant. Congratulations. Thanks for coming on the show. And hopefully we'll see you this afternoon for the Carabao Cup draw.
I will be in for the Carabao Cup draw.
Nice one. See you in a bit, mate.
In a bit.
Great for him, honestly, made up for him. But there we go, guys. That is going to be it for now. We're going to be back online at 1:30 for the Carabao Cup draw. But for now, I'm the CHALL. Ta-ra for now.